Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Geminis, let's go ahead and take a look. Now, we are headed into the black moon. The black moon is pretty rare. We only get one of this style of black moon once every 29 months, I believe. So, this is where we get two new moons in 1 month cycle. So that's what makes it pretty rare. And a new moon is associated with newness, new beginnings, and so it's kind of auspicious that it's happening right before we change our calendar into 2025. So that's pretty exciting. But what is the newness? Well, we actually have the Tower in the reverse. That doesn't feel very new. That actually feels like an absence of something collapsing. Now, this could remember this is the second new moon though in December, and so we perhaps have a like looking at something all over again, a second opportunity to look at something and address something stressful. That doesn't have to be a bad thing as long as it's like, okay, let me look at what this is so that then I can deal with it. Maybe it popped back up to annoy me and bug me. I will say a lot of these stories today have been really, really good, but it feels like Gemini's story here is a story of like what's coming back up is the chance to look at something that has still been like festering. Something maybe rears its little head, and it might be something that has upset our Gemini. And it may be because it was something that was really unfair, something that wasn't handled right. This could have been something to do with a Libra or an Aries or a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But, something that was handled wrong and still has been handled wrong, that might be why it comes to the surface again. Now, sure, this could be somebody who's annoyed with Gemini and is saying, hey, that wasn't fair. It still isn't fair. I'm coming back by to like remind you that I'm still irritated. But if that is the case, all I can say is maybe it's good that this is coming back to the surface, because I think if anything, it gives Gemini a chance to say, now, wait a minute, wait one stinking minute here. I am secure and solid and stable. This could be a chance for resolution. Maybe if somebody is coming back into Gemini's life, demanding something, even if it's not really fair that it's theirs, maybe Gemini is just like, you know what, whatever. I'll give them whatever it is that they need to send them on their way. Um, I have enough to share with them. If they're going to come in and tell me a sob story, they're coming back around. You know what? Let me just handle this with grace. It's no skin off my back. I can go ahead and just, give them the either support that they need, the lend them my ear, let them, have something if that's what they need. Now, if this is something that's coming back around where Gemini themselves is still bothered by something, I kind of think that Gemini is the one who's going to like pull themselves up short and say, I'm not about to let the memory of something unfair wreck all that I've accomplished. Look at how good my life is. Let me count up all the awesome people, and let me, instead of remembering the stuff that hasn't been fair and the stuff that still bothers me, let me invest more thoroughly in the relationships in my life that are adding value. It almost feels like, I mean, I know this is a big ask on Gemini's part, for them, no matter what the situation is, to be the strong person, to be the, kind of the individual who's the bigger person. But I have to say, this Gemini is very well equipped to be the bigger person. I also think that right now, whatever this stupid thing is of the past, maybe this is somebody that is unfairly trying to get more money out of Gemini. Maybe this is the never-ending divorce or the never-ending situation that it's like, this should be over, it should be squared away. Why is this person still showing up in my life? This isn't okay. They shouldn't still be trying to cling to me. But you know what, again, it just says that the Gemini's sovereignty is still there, and who Gemini chooses to invest with, Gemini has every right and opportunity to choose the lover, choose the relationship that they want to have. And I feel like even in the face of somebody who's still clinging to them, still stirring up trouble and kicking up dust, feels like Gemini is still focusing on what they want. focusing on, if there's a new romantic partner in Gemini's life, it says turn and lean into that partner. If there's somebody new that Gemini is meeting, turn to them and be excited that, you know what, you're so much different than my ex. You're so much better. I'm so happy that I have you to look forward to talk to, because man, that ex is still kicking up dust. And it just makes me so glad I'm not with them. And it makes such a distinguishing feature between who I am with now versus who I'm so glad I'm not with anymore. It just feels like at every turn, if something negative pops back up, it's the indicator for Gemini to lean toward all the positives in their life. Acknowledge those. Don't let positive things, positive relationships, beautiful people, a good job, all the people that are kind to us, don't ignore that because this negative thing is popping back up. Because then it'll be like this negative thing wins, And there's a lot of really beautiful people, and I think somebody that really loves Gemini, somebody that Gemini could really even become closer to, thanks to whatever this mess is that seems to be rearing its little head. It's funny. I mean, I was expecting it to all be like, oh, wow. If we think about second chances and new beginnings and things popping back up, I didn't even consider that sometimes the reason that we have a better, start someplace else is because negative things pop up into our life, but that pushes us more thoroughly into the arms of the thing that we're choosing, the better thing that we have to look forward to. So sometimes even something negative becomes an agent of positive change. Tell me about this new person. They could be a Gemini. Nine of Wands, they could be somebody that could actually really use Gemini's support. If Gemini turns more of their attention to this other connection in their life, wow, Five of Pentacles, either this person is going to be able to give Gemini support during a moment that they could really use some kindness, or Gemini and this new person, like I said, are going to cling to each other. We have a Nine of Cups and it's sideways. I feel like Gemini and a new lover, or Gemini and somebody new, could be friend becoming lover. I almost feel like Gemini's got a rough patch popping up, and so does this other person, but that could be why they end up friends / lovers, leaning more fully into each other. Like, man, you are such a breath of fresh air. There's all kinds of problems in my life, but you are the thing I look forward to most. You are the person I look forward to most. I'm so happy. I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy that I meet you, that I know you. This is really lovely. Really lovely. We have a Six of Cups. We have a Ten of Cups. We have the Star. This started out so bumpy, and it says that even if Gemini is going through something tough right now, if they can choose to lean toward the things that are not associated with this negativity, they are going to find so much solace, so much light, so much happiness, and possibly the love of a lifetime, all because they're choosing not to get sucked into the drama, but they're choosing to lean more fully into the positives, the connections that are beautiful. And not just to okay, let's hang out together and talk trash about how upset we are about, the people that are making a mess of our lives. No, this is I think Gemini and this it's definitely new love. I feel like there's genuine support that they're offering each other, and that builds these bonds. I feel like Gemini has somebody who has their back even more so because of this difficult moment that Gemini might be experiencing, and vice versa. Lots of really great bonds are born out of moments of struggle. This feels like a wish come true. This feels like I think we almost could say thank you to the problems that rear their ugly head, or whomever this person is. It does feel like Gemini's got somebody that is just trying to make their life a little unpleasant for a hot minute, doing something that's not right. They just won't go away. They just keep showing up. They keep, peering on into Gem's life. And it doesn't even matter, because it just simply serves as the vehicle to push Gemini closer to their own success, closer to people they care about, and definitely closer into the arms of somebody that is maybe a really great, and compassionate and understanding individual who's gone through their own tough moment. This just feels like How serendipitous, right? That some tough moments, if we use those tough moments wisely and choose not to invest in the drama, but instead to say, and that's why I am not even going to deal with this drama. I'm not going to let it taint and touch other parts of my life when I have such great people around me. Gemini's decision to do that really yields amazing results. This could be the love of a lifetime. And they could have a really almost like funny story of like, yeah, well, if it hadn't been for your crazy ex, we never would have gotten together. Or if it hadn't been for the problem that you were dealing with, like we really bonded and became friends during that difficult time, but then we fell in love. It could be that Gemini and this person will have many happy years together. They could end up talking about this on some wedding anniversary years down the road. Like, remember how we first got together? Yeah, I do. That was a really difficult time, but man, you were my rock at that point. You were a friend, you were somebody good in my life. It just feels very supportive. It feels really positive. All right, I'm going to leave that one there. Geminis, I'm sorry. I know this was your only video this week. I'm sorry. I was down. My asthma got really bad this week, and I didn't do hardly any videos at all for anybody. I just couldn't. So anyway, it's good to be back and breathing again. But next week, I think will be a better week. Anyway, thanks again, guys, for all your patience with me.